Chicago Police Officer Jim Mullen was assigned to the 24th District TAC team. He and his fellow officers were responding to a call of gunshots being fired from an apartment building in the 1400 block of West Estes. Mullen and other officers responded, announced themselves. There was no response. Suddenly, the front door opened and the offender began firing. Officer Mullen was struck in the face. The bullet lodged in his spinal column, paralyzing him from the neck down. Jim and his wife, Athena, are here with us tonight, but perhaps more importantly, Jim's daughter, Maggie, is with us. She was 7 months old when that happened. She is here to share with us some of her reflections about the foundation and her dad. Ladies and gentlemen, Maggie Mullen.
Hello, my name is Maggie Mullen. I'm a senior in high school at St. Ignatius College Prep, but more importantly, I'm Jim Mullen's daughter. It's a privilege of mine to be standing in front of all of you today. Looking around, I not only see family members of fallen officers, but I also see family. There are so many of you who've endured loss and heartbreak, but we all find great company in one another on this special night and throughout the entire year. October 16th, 1996 is a date in my family that my family will always remember. I was 6 months old. My mother was at home taking care of me while my father was assigned to the 24th District TAC team. From drug deals to theft and battery, Rogers Park never failed at keeping my father busy. But this night was much different compared to the rest. Around 1 a.m., my father and his partners received a call from dispatch. A man was spending his Wednesday nights drinking and shooting a handgun at the CTA trains rushing past his apartment window. Of course, my father responded to the call. Upon arriving at the offender's door, my father heard sirens in the distance. That meant backup was on the way. He and his partners knocked on the door in hope of a quick and safe end to this call. However, that was not the case. Just my father's luck. The man did not answer. They knocked once again, but still no answer. Following protocol, my father and his partners walked back down the hallway to speak with their supervisor. They were asking permission to break the door down. Suddenly, the door swung open. A man steps out of the dark and reveals a handgun, points it at the first man he sees, and pulls the trigger. As I've heard, at that point, everything was moving in slow motion. My father swiftly moved to avoid the traveling bullet, but he just wasn't fast enough. The bullet caught him in the cheek and traveled down his throat right into his spine. He collapsed. His partners immediately dropped to the floor to help him, and thanks to them, my father is still alive today. He was rushed to the hospital and into surgery immediately, where he ended up becoming a quadriplegic. And while that has certainly changed my life forever, it makes me so proud to see that he has not let his condition hold him back. From dedicating his life to the police department to founding his own food company, my father has been the greatest role model of my entire life. He's incredibly motivated, he's selfless, and I am so grateful to have him around today. Without his guidance or example, I would not be the person I am today. Currently, I'm busy. I'm running 2 clubs at my high school. I'm involved in many other activities, and I'm on track to graduating with honors. I'm applying to colleges with high hopes of one day earning a biological engineering degree. And one of the main things that motivates me is ensuring the pride of my father and the rest of the foundation. You know, a lot of people consider my father a man who has overcome great adversity. People tend to use the word hero, but I mean, to me, he's just my dad. Whether it was putting me in his chair doing donuts when I was little, or taking me on spontaneous adventures in his hot rods, or giving me the day off of school today to further prepare my speech. My dad has always been the stereotypical goofy and fun-loving dad, but he's so much more than that. When I was little, I used to run into my father's room during thunderstorms, and he was always there for me. He was my safety net, just like the Memorial Foundation has been to my family and countless other families. They have always been there to support our education for years, and they always remember us during Christmas time when Santa comes over with gifts of smile and good cheer. But most importantly, they make us feel like a family, and for that we will forever be grateful. We serve and protect. This is the motto that Chicago police officers have lived and died by for decades. There are 567 names written on the Wall of Honor. 567 men and women who paid the ultimate price serving and protecting the people of this great city. But the motto of the Memorial Foundation is never forget. But it's not that they never forget, it's that they always remember. Thank you.
Maggie, I make a living talking, and I could not have done that when I was 17.